Hi everyone, I'm Katrina and today I have my August to be read pile. So all of the books that I'm hoping to read this month. Like I mentioned in my wrap up, I have started back at uni already, so I miss free time already. Yeah, this is going to be a really hectic semester for me because I'm going to have uni 3 days a week, an internship 2 days a week, and then my other job to pay the bills 3 to 4 days a week. So help me. Thankfully, I do have about 4 or 5 videos already filmed that I haven't put up on the channel yet. So if I don't have the opportunity to film a video one week, at least I've got something to give you guys. Ramble time over, let's move on to the books that I'm hoping to read this month. With a new semester comes a new English class, and that means another required reading list. So I've already read the first book that I need to read this semester, and the second book that I need to read, I don't actually need to have finished until the very end of August. So I have a bit of time to do this, but I'm hoping to keep ahead of schedule. So I have 2 books planned to read this month for uni. I don't know which order I need to read these, but the first one I'm going to show you is A History of the World in 10.5 Chapters by Julian Barnes. And this book is pretty much what it says it is. It's the history of the world in 10.5 chapters. I don't know what the half chapter is. I don't know if it's like a tiny epilogue or a tiny prologue or maybe a bit of an introduction. I guess I'll find out. But I think this covers things like Noah's Ark, to the Titanic, to the raft of the Medusa. We go into medieval France, the Amazon. I'm not sure how much of this is going to be fiction. I'm really curious to see what this book is about. It sounds like it's going to be a really fascinating read, so I'm looking forward to it. The next book that I have to read is The Edible Woman by Margaret Atwood. So the main character of this one, Marion, is supposedly a very ordinary woman. And from what I can tell, things seem to be going really well at first. She has a fiance, she's really happy, likes her job, but then slowly she comes to the realization that she wants something more. This kind of sabotages her plans in life. So yeah, I'm interested to see what this one entails. I also have 2 books that I would like to finish, and at present I don't know where the physical copies are. I've just got the dust jackets. The first one is Clockwork Prince by Cassandra Clare, the sequel to Clockwork Angel. I started reading this one during the Booktubeathon last month, and it's very slow going so far. I'm about 150 pages into the book and it hasn't truly grabbed my attention just yet. I'm kind of waiting for things to pick up, but I really do want to finish this one this month because I want to get around to reading Clockwork Princess soon as well. And the next book that I started reading today, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Let's be real, you knew I was going to talk about this at some point because as if I wouldn't. So this is another Harry Potter story. I'm only about 10 pages in at reading the script so far, so I don't really have any opinions at this point, but if you aren't aware of what this one is, it's kind of like the 8th story, not really the 8th book because it's not an actual novel, but it's set 19 years after the end of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. I almost forgot the name of the last Harry Potter book. I'm ashamed of myself. And at this point, all I know is that it follows Albus, one of Harry's sons. And the last book that I'm hoping to read in August, since I do have a bit of an ambitious pile considering I'm going back to uni, I've got a short one, and one that I don't understand why I haven't read this so far. Because if you aren't aware, I am a huge fan of the Kingkiller Chronicles by Patrick Rothfuss. That series is one of my all-time favorites, and I haven't read The Slow Regard of Silent Things just yet. I know, who am I? I'm a terrible fan. I've been meaning to read this one for so long. I've included it in probably 3 readathon TBR piles and haven't gotten around to reading it for no real reason, apart from maybe not reading as much as I expected to during those readathons. And the main reason why I'm annoyed at myself for not reading this one is because it's a really short book. It's a novella. Yeah, so I'm squeezing this one into my TBR pile because realistically I should be able to finish this in a month. If you aren't familiar with this one, it follows one of the characters we meet in the Kingkiller Chronicles, this mysterious and really interesting character. Interesting side note, I still get people commenting on my review of The Name of the Wind telling me that I'm pronouncing Kvothe's name wrong, even though the author has commented saying I'm pronouncing it correctly. I did my research, guys. I looked up interviews where the author actually says the character's name because I didn't want to screw it up, but still people are people. That is it for my TBR pile. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, I'd love to chat with you down below about any of the books that I mentioned, and also let me know which book you are most excited to read this month. What is at the top of your pile? Mine's probably Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, but considering I'm already in the middle of it, I'll also make an honorable mention of The Slow Regard of Silent Things because I should have read it way before now. Also, can you see that price tag? $28 for this itty bitty hardcover. Yeah, Australian prices. $28. is all that I have for now. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye! Bye, Belong.
Get down.
Go! I'm trying to skate when to go.